The laughter echoed through the crystalline halls of the Galactic Naval Academy as Marcus Webb approached the entrance gate. His uniform hung slightly loose on his frame, the fabric designed for species with different body proportions. At 6 feet tall, he towered over most of the other cadets, but that only made him more conspicuous. "Look at the Terran," chirped a Vexillian cadet, its translucent wings fluttering with amusement. Did they really accept something from that backwater death world? "Probably here on some charity program," added a Kaltorian, its 4 eyes blinking in sequence. "I heard their planet has predators that hunt them for food." Marcus kept his expression neutral, jaw set. He'd heard it all before during the 3-month journey to the Academy station. Earth had only been part of the galactic community for 5 years, and humanity's reputation preceded them. The Death World natives. The species that evolved dodging extinction events, hunting megafauna, and somehow thriving in conditions that would kill most civilized races. He stepped up to the security gate, placing his hand on the bioscanner. The device hummed, its surface shifting through colors as it processed his genetic information. Then the alarm blared. Red warning lights flooded the corridor. The laughter died instantly. Every cadet froze as the scanner's display projected holographic text in the universal trade language. Origin, Earth, Sol, 3. Classification, Deathworld survivor species. Handle with extreme caution. Threat level, variable. Endurance, exceptional. Pain tolerance, extreme. Predator classification, active. Sergeant Vorek, a massive draconite with scales like burnished copper, approached from the guard station. His expression was unreadable as he studied Marcus, then the display. "Is this accurate, Cadet Webb?" Vorek's voice rumbled like grinding stone. "Yes, Sergeant," Marcus replied simply. The draconite's eyes narrowed. "You're telling me your species evolved as pursuit predators?" "Yes, Sergeant. We hunted by chasing prey until it collapsed from exhaustion." A Vexillian cadet nearby made a sound like a strangled whistle. That's barbaric. The scanner indicates you can operate efficiently in gravity conditions that would crush a Vexillian, Vorek continued, scrolling through the data. Temperature ranges from near freezing to desert conditions. Atmosphere composition tolerance that borders on toxic resistance. He looked up. It also says humans can enter a state called adrenaline surge that temporarily enhances strength and speed while suppressing pain. "Yes, Sergeant. It's an emergency response mechanism. And you can survive for weeks without food?" "Longer, if necessary, Sergeant." The hallway had gone completely silent. Even the usually boisterous Kaltorian cadets were staring. Vorek deactivated the alarm but left the warning display active. "Proceed, Cadet Webb. But understand that your instructors will be informed of your capabilities." "Understood, Sergeant." As Marcus walked through the gate, he heard the whispers start immediately. The mocking had transformed into something else. Something that sounded like fear. The reputation followed him through those first weeks. During physical conditioning, when other cadets needed respirators on the elevated tracks, Marcus breathed normally in what was, for him, slightly thin air. When a training accident left him with a gash across his arm that would have sent most species into shock, he calmly walked to medical and waited while others were prioritized. But the real shift came during the survival exercise. The instructors had dropped teams of 4 into a hostile environment simulation, a frozen moon with sub-zero temperatures, thin atmosphere, and territorial predators. Most teams holed up in their shelters, waiting out the 48-hour test. Marcus's team had a problem. Their Vexillian teammate, Zilith, had damaged her thermal suit during landing. The temperature was dropping, and she was fading fast. "Leave me," Zilith chittered weakly. "You cannot carry me to the shelter in time." Marcus looked at his other teammates, a Kaltorian named Ferric and a humanoid Centauran called Jackson Rodriguez. "I can carry her." "The shelter is 12 kilometers away," Rodriguez protested. Through rough terrain. In sub-zero temps. Then we better move fast. Marcus knelt, carefully positioning Zilith on his back. I'm built for this. Humans used to hunt by running prey down over distances that would kill most species. 12 kilometers. That's just a warm-up. What happened next became legend at the academy. Marcus ran. Not jogged. Not trudged. Ran. Through snow that came up to his knees. Through air that burned lungs not adapted for Earth's gravity. His breath crystallized in front of him as his body generated heat, his heart pumping with the steady rhythm evolution had perfected over millions of years of pursuit hunting. Rodriguez and Ferric struggled to keep up, riding the hovercarts. Marcus, with Zilith clinging to his back, maintained his pace for 3 hours straight. When they reached the shelter, Marcus was covered in frost, his face red from exertion, but his vital signs were stable. Zilith was hypothermic but alive. The instructors reviewing the footage were stunned. One commented, "He just kept going. No complaints. No hesitation. That's not training. That's evolution." Word spread. The cadet who'd been mocked at the gate became something else. Not feared, exactly, but respected. The display at the entrance gate remained a reminder. Origin, Earth. Handle with caution. But now, when other cadets saw Marcus in the halls, they nodded. They'd learned what that warning really meant. It wasn't a threat, it was a promise. Humans didn't quit. Humans didn't break. They were persistence personified, forged in a crucible of ice ages and predator competition, evolution's answer to the question, what survives when everything else dies? Marcus Webb. And Earth was just beginning to show the galaxy what humanity could do. One cadet at a time.